Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the area of ABFM. I hope I'm audible as well as visible. I was just waiting for the confirmation. So please let me know if I'm audible as well as clearly visible. Acha everyone, this is our victory series going on. This is a blend of multiple topics. Earlier I had completed one specific series which was specifically chapter wise taken. है ना? So now we are starting with the next area. Before I proceed further, everyone, please make sure that you are liking this session, sharing it among your peers, and at the same time, don't forget to subscribe our channel if you haven't done it yet. And if you're planning for our courses, then this is the perfect time. Please go ahead and check out our courses right away. Okay, so what can you do for that? Let me show you. Chaliye. Before I proceed further, I would like to show you the specific area altogether. That is our website. Let's go to this area. You have to go on to the area of www.adda247.com. Once you go on to the specific area, go on to the area of CAIIB June 2024. As you can see, the double validity is going on, everyone. I think one of the best things to look forward is to have the double validity for you. What you need to do is use the code Y541 and you will get a discount of 80%. How 80% everyone? It is currently at 79% here, but if you download the app, you will get another 1%. So that will come out to be 80%. So if you are planning, then hurry up and check it out on our website, on our app for further details. As the time is ticking away before this double validity ends, everyone, go ahead and grab it because you are getting 6 plus 6 months, which is the perfect time. So go ahead and check it out right away, everyone. चलिए. So I hope looking forward towards the course. Acha, one more thing. If I talk about the CAIIB Mahapack includes bilingual English medium both. It includes revision batches, current batches, future batches, everything. Test series and even ebooks. That means if you are preparing, then you get everything under this Mahapack, that too in both the languages. English, that is bilingual, or English. So you really don't have to worry about how to proceed further or how to look forward towards our classes there. So if you're planning, then hurry up and check it out right away. Okay. Chaliye, then let's get back to the victory series. Acha. Here comes the question, everyone. We were talking about speculation. We were talking about mergers and acquisitions. And now we are talking about special cases of valuation as well. So these are the three topics that we're going to talk about together. Done? Acha, what is the provision of income tax regarding the excess MAT paid over normal tax liability to be carried forward for set off in future years? The MAT credited exactly kept where exactly? Why do we keep it? ATG or 115 JBB or 115 JAA or ATD? See, ATC, ATGD, these are somewhat different. When we talk about this specific area of ATG and ATD, these are deductions. Okay? And when we talk about the specific area of 115 BB and JAA, the answer is 115 JAA. Done? Chale. Now let's move on and talk about the next question. Which of the following scenarios might be subject to scrutiny and interpretation regarding the exemption under Section 47? Section 47 is related to the area of capital gains of the Income Tax Act. Allotment of securities and payment of cash consideration to shareholders of the amalgamating company, distribution of dividends, issuance of bonus shares to existing shareholders, or transfer of shares between unrelated parties. What's going to be the answer, everyone? What's gonna be the answer? When we talk about the specific area of scrutiny, scrutiny is how we can define it. Na? The scrutiny can be the area where you are being talked about. Whether, see, capital gains is an area where you sell an asset and you are chargeable to income tax. You buy an asset and then the person who is selling you will be subjected to income tax. So there you have to really look at this specific area. How do we get the answer? You know? So when we are trying to find the answer of this, the answer is actually allotment of securities or payment of cash consideration to shareholders of amalgamating company. Basically, if an amalgamation is being done, there are certain rules. Number one, there are two companies which are amalgamating. They can be A1 and A2, and they can become amalgamated. Amalgamated company is A1, A2. If you had shares of A1, they can become shares of A1, A2. They become the shareholder, right? And A2 also get the shares in A1, A2 because this takes over all the assets and all the liabilities. So both the assets and liabilities of this company is with the amalgamated company. In this case, they clearly say that if this is the scenario, what do we do? In this scenario, the only thing that we can do is, first of all, 75% of these particular assets and liabilities shall be held for the next 5 years. There's a lock-in period, and at the same time, the 3/4 of the shareholders should also continue. Then at the same time, other than shares, there should not be any transaction. That means they clearly say that in this case we will not deal with anything else, but we will deal with only and only the transactions which are not taxable are the ones where the movement is only and only of shares. You had shares of one company, now you have got the shares of another company. If you are doing anything else, that means if you are not buying getting shares of one company to another company, that is to be covered here. Done. Chaliye. Let's look at the next question, everyone. When might the issue of availability of MAT, minimum alternate credit tax, arise in the context of mergers and acquisitions? If I look at merger and acquisition during the negotiation phase, during post-merger integration, or when filing the returns, or when preparing financial statements. But the MAT is applicable exclusively on companies, and on individuals they have something called AMT, alternate minimum tax. So if you earn more than 20 lakhs only, then AMT is applicable to you, but for companies MAT is not an option. If the taxation as per MAT comes out to be more, then you have to give more of that. So in this case, what's going to be the answer? When the filing of income tax return is being done. So that is where we talk about this specific area altogether. Okay? Okay, everyone, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then first of all, please subscribe to our channel, because there are so many things that we are coming up with, so you can get updated about the future classes and everything else without any trouble. है ना? So that's one particular thing you should do, that is subscribe to our channel. Acha, next question everyone. How are trademarks, copyrights and licenses valued? By estimating the expected cash flows and applying the discount rate? Or are we doing this by multiplying the revenues and the incomes, or both A or B, or by analyzing the market trends only? What's going to be the answer, everyone? In this case, what's going to be the answer? The correct answer would be copyrights, patent, trademarks are all intangible assets. All the intangible assets are based upon the two things, that is both A and B. That is estimating the expected cash flows, what is the money that we can generate through this, and by using a multiple of revenues or incomes. Done. We can have multiple revenues and we can have multiple incomes. Done, everyone? Chaliye. Then comes the next question. What does owning a franchisee grant the owner? Acha, everyone. For example, I went to Subway and I said in my area there is no Subway. I would like to open a Subway in my area. That means I'll take a franchising. है ना? That's what we'll do. So how do we open a franchisee? The company allows us to start with an organization, isn't it? They would be allowing us to share the books of accounts. They would be allowing us to relate to them. They would be allowing us not only to work in the certain manner, but they will also give us the particular the details of the how Subway works in its food chain. They will give us the right to use their name. So exclusive right to produce the branded goods, the right to enforce exclusivity indefinitely, or the right to promote and sell the company's branded goods or services, or ability to avoid legal and monetary costs. The thing that you are allowed to do is, if you have a franchisee, then you have the right to promote and sell the company's branded goods or services. You can either sell their goods, you can either sell their services. You have the right to do this. Done. What does discounted cash flow valuation approach involve? Comparing market values of similar companies or isolating the percentage of cash flows attributable to intangible asset, looking at the money invested, or then capitalizing advertising expenses. Everyone, discounted cash flow is basically a scientific, it is actually a modern method. There are different methods that we study about, but this specific method, if I talk about the discounted cash flow, that talks about the future that we have with the organization, knowing that over the period of time its value can either increase or it can either decrease. There can be only two things. There can be an increase or a decrease. So when such a things can happen, you are isolating the percentage of cash flows attributable to an intangible asset. Matlab, you are looking at each and every cash flow and you are discounting it further, trying to find out how the value is changing over the period of time. So the answer is B. Isolating the percentage of cash flows attributable to the intangible asset. Which approach is considered as least subjective? That is capital investment, discounted cash flow valuation, relative, or market comparison. Under market comparison, you are looking at the market And you're trying to find out your situation. Relative valuation means if I'm valuing my organization on the basis of some other organization, how is your organization valuing itself, and if it is similar to mine, how do I do the same as well? Then comes the specific area of the discounted cash flow. That's a scientific technique which talks about, it is actually among the modern methods in under which we know that the value of money over the period of time falls. So we need to know what to do about it. And then the last one is capital investment. So but the 3 points, which is B, C, and D, they do not really satisfy the point. In this case, the answer is capital investment. Done. What is the significant difference between real estate and financial assets? Acha, real estate is basically infrastructural development that can happen through this. We have land, we have building, all these areas. Na? Real estate investments have limited lifespans. They don't. Financial assets are less liquid than real estate, or real estate investments are considered less risky than financial assets, or financial assets are not subjected to appraisal. See, real estate plays a very important role these days. It has gone up, but what has happened exactly? Financial assets are subjected to appraisal. The last part is wrong. Real investments are less risky than financial assets. No, we cannot say that. Sometimes shares can turn out to be preference. Debentures can turn out to be way more safer option than anything else. Financial assets are less liquid. Actually, they are more liquid. Real estate takes a lot of time to materialize sometimes, you know. So they are normally long term, but at the same time, their life ends as soon as the particular project is done. So I think in that case, if the project life is to be considered, and to be considering the fact that once the project is completed, we have sold it to certain people, then the things definitely changes. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be real estate investments have limited lifespans. Done. Next question. Why might the terminal value of building be less than its current value? The building's value decreases as it is used. The building value increases over the time. Land component of the building has endless life, or the building value remains constant over time. Basically, when we have a land and building, na, this is your land and this is your building. We say land and building are pertinent there too. That means it is attached. But there is a life of building, but not of the land. So in this case, whenever we are noting down the value of the building is used every single day. It is being used, obviously. There are requirements for infrastructural development, maintenance, then to keep on the particular area up to date. All those things are required. That means the building value is decreasing because it is being used. That means it is subjected to depreciation. Done. So in this case, this is the point, that is the value of the building decreases. Chaliye, then comes the next point. What is the step for evaluating the real estate investments using discounted cash flow? Determine the future value, determine the level of risk, and estimating the appropriate discount rate, ignoring cash flows and focusing on physical attributes, or estimating the asset's current market value. What is the step involved in evaluating real estate investments? Everyone? What are the steps involved in real estate? The steps involved is determine the level of risk and estimating the appropriate discount rate. Done? That's the risk. That is, you need to find out the risk and you need to use the particular discount rate. See, if you are looking forward towards motivation, the motivation comes with greater the risk, greater the returns. If the returns are higher, then you feel pumped up ki nahi, I want this. right? Chaliye, that's the end of the day, everyone. Let's end the session here. But before I end my session, let's look at our website again. If you're planning, then purchase our Mahapack right away, everyone. Because if you purchase our Mahapack, it is way beneficial for you. As under the era of the Mahapack, you will get a particular discount of up to 80% along with double validity. All you need to do is use the code Y541 and get our Mahapack right away. Revision batches, normal batches, classes, recordings, everything. You name it when we have it. Everything that we are putting on the JIB, CIB wing, everything will be opened up to you. So please make sure if you're looking forward towards CIB, then you should buy the CIB Mahapack, because under CIB Mahapack, you will get the entire CIB optional subjects as well as the compulsory subjects together. So do not let this good opportunity go. Buy it at the lowest cost by using the code Y541. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet up in the next session.